Namaste. You have completed part 1 of the Bhagavad Gita with chapters 1 to 6, and you are about to embark upon part 2, which are chapters 7 to 12. But first, we will have an intermission with story time about Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra was formerly known by other names, including Brahmakashetra. Kshetra means region, so there have been many events that have taken place there over the ages. The Mahabharata tells of how King Kuru, a prominent ancestor of the Pandavas, went to those vast plains and, using his golden chariot, as well as Lord Shiva's bull and Yamaraja's buffalo, he began to plough the land. Indra, the king of heaven, arrived and questioned King Kuru on his intentions. Why was he doing that? Then, after much discussions, a compromise was arrived at, and Indra agreed to the boon that anyone who died on that site while fighting or performing penances would immediately go to the heavenly planets. From that time until now, the plains have been known as Kurukshetra. 5,000 years ago, the Pandavas were facing continual difficulty with their cousins, the Kauravas. The 5 Pandavas were given the Gandhava forest to live in, and they built a magnificent city called Indraprastha, which is located where Delhi presently stands. The Kauravas kept the capital city of Hastinapur as their seat of government. Hastinapur was situated northeast of present-day Delhi. Later, after much trickery by the Kauravas, the Pandavas were given no choice but to fight their cousins. Kurukshetra was chosen as the battleground. It was large and had abundant water and wood for fuel. The Bhagavad Gita was spoken at Kurukshetra just before the war began. Some years after, Krishna, who was residing in Dwarka, prepared to visit Kurukshetra at the time of a solar eclipse. When he had previously left Vrindavan in his youth, he had promised the villagers that he would return, but many, many years had passed. Out of intense love, the Vrajavasis always felt ecstatic longing to see him again. When they heard that Krishna, his brother Balaram, and his sister Subhadra were going to Kurukshetra, all the Vrindavan residents travelled there. Their life was Krishna. They did not know anything except Krishna, and they saw this as an opportunity to visit him. Krishna, Balaram, and Subhadra arrived at Kurukshetra, each on their beautiful decorated chariot. All the residents of Dwarka also arrived on beautiful chariots, while the residents of Vrindavan arrived on simple ox carts. Because the families of Vrindavan and Dwarka were related, a joyful reunion took place. Among the Vrindavan villagers was Srimati Radharani. She and her gopi friends were determined to bring Krishna back to Vrindavan. Radharani and her friends were astonished when they saw Krishna in his royal fighting attire. They thought, Krishna is our friend, a cowherd boy. Is he in the chariot fighting? Radharani requested Krishna, My dear Krishna, you are the same Krishna. I am the same Radharani. We are meeting, but we are not meeting in the same place. Here you are a royal king with chariots, soldiers, ministers, secretaries. And there in Vrindavan, you were a cowherd boy, and we used to meet in the forest. I want to take you back there. This event of Radharani and the gopis meeting Krishna at Kurukshetra is the esoteric meaning behind the Rath Yatra festival. Rath Yatra is a spectacular, colourful festival, and yet, for the followers of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they see that festival of the chariots and the pulling of the carts by the Lord's devotees symbolise the attempt of the Vrajavasis, and especially Srimati Radharani and the gopis, to bring Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra back to Vrindavan. Stories of Kurukshetra. End of intermission.